Hey everyone, it's Kevin. I'm back with another video. I'm going to be starting my gas forge here, not very long. I thought maybe I'd throw a video out there and show you what materials I'm going to be using to build this gas forge and tell me what you guys think. I'm going to hold off on building it until I get some comments and maybe there's someone out there that knows a lot more about building these forges than I do that could help me out. So I had found this is a, I don't know what you call this, so some kind of torch, and it's for like burning grass, and or, I don't know. Anyhow, somebody threw it in the garbage, and it's really old, but it works great. And I thought I'd try to build a forge out of it. I think that I can. I've seen it heat up metal till fire hot. I mean, it turned it red, so I don't see why I couldn't throw this thing in the forge and make a forge out of it. So let me show you what it looks like here. It's just an old torch. Let me give you a little close-up of it. This is what I got. Now this thing is actually pretty heavy duty, and it has a gauge on it. It has a gauge, and like I said, somebody threw this away, and I picked it up and tried it out, and it has a valve here. So I got a valve, and I have a gauge, and it has a adjustable, it looks to me like a regulator on there. And then there's the name of it right there. I don't know what they cost, but it's really heavy. It's not light, it's really heavy. This end is super heavy. It looks to be 1/8 inch or 3/16 steel. You got a nozzle down in there, but you know, kind of let me know what you think. If you think this thing might work, I'm sure going to give it a try. I've never seen one made out of one of them before, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm gonna get online and look up some videos and see if I can learn a little bit more, and then by posting this video, maybe you guys can share a little bit with me. So I'll show you what else I got. Now, I'm up in my barn here, and I usually store stuff up in here, just supplies and stuff, metal and stuff, and somebody had thrown away all these fire brick. And I mean, there is a ton of fire brick here, and they're a full 2-inch brick. They're not the little ones, they're the big ones. So I thought, why not build a forge out of them? We got enough, we could build a fireplace out of them. So should be more than enough to build a forge. Okay, that was the fire brick. Now I have tons of this angle iron. Somebody had a big shelf, and I cut it apart and took all the angle irons. I got some about 1.5 inch angle iron there. I thought that'd be good to frame it up. I got a lot of it here, so, and then there's a bunch of small pieces too I've laying around. Alright, now you're gonna have to excuse my drawing because I'm not that good at drawing. So this is basically what I wanted to do. I wanted to build a box. Okay, the box is not going to be that big. I think 2 brick on there on the bottom and 2 brick on the top, and if they're laying down, I think that's 16 inches, but I'm going to lose 3 or so inches when I put the brick on top of them this way, all the way down through there. So I'm probably going to lose a little bit. So I'm only going to be basically, I'm thinking maybe a brick wide on the inside. So I don't know if that's, I mean, it's going to be a total of 2 brick, but I'm going to stand the other brick up on this side. So if I laid the brick down on the bottom here, say it stopped here and came over, and then your other brick would be up on this side. So it would be sort of like that. So I didn't want, I mean, I don't need a huge one, I'm just doing knives, but I wanted to try to make one first to see how it would work. Now that torch, I thought I'd put it right in the top here. And I have some plate steel too. I think it's maybe 3/16 plate steel or 1/8 inch plate steel. It might be around 1/8 inch, I'm not sure. But I was going to cover this all in steel, but I want it to where I can tear it apart in case I need to work on it. So I'll probably bend the sides, all on the bottom and the 2 sides all in one piece, and then this top piece would just slide down on. And what we could do
is bring it down to about right there, and maybe even just put a couple screws or whatever in there so we can take it on and off. Now the base, I wanted to put some wheels on the bottom of this thing because I want to be able to roll this thing right outside my garage and bring it back in, and I don't want to have to carry it. It's just me by myself here. So I figured if I throw a couple wheels on the bottom of it and a couple legs on the front to keep it level, I could put a couple, I could weld a couple rings on here out of pipe, and then I can slide a couple pieces of pipe inside this thing and have handles on it like a wheelbarrow. And then I wanted a plate on the bottom, and the reason why I wanted this little shelf is when I go to store this thing away, I want to be able to put that tank right inside of there, and then this will be all one unit, and I can just put it away and get it out when I want it. And then we can store handles somewhere upright on here, slide them out and store them somewhere upright. That way we could have a pretty good compact little forge. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. And like I said, excuse the drawing. I know it's not great, but it gives me an idea of what I'm going for in this project. I also thought that I didn't know really the difference. I'm still trying to find out the difference between a forge and a kiln. And it seemed to me, if you wanted to melt steel, it seems to me like it's up and down, and heat comes in from the side. Well, a forge, it seems like it's long ways, and heat comes in from the top on a gas forge. Now, could we make this thing to where it would slide over and go down on the side and use it for like a kiln too? I don't know. But a lot of people think when I go to build this stuff, I know a lot about it. I really don't know that much about it. I'll watch videos just like anyone else, and I'll try to put it together the best that I can. And then as I'm going, it seems like every project I do, something gotta change. I mean, it's going to change, you know. It's just as you're going, you see better ideas, and then you just add them to it. So that's what I'm kind of going for. If you guys want to share with me what you know or what you're thinking about this project before I actually get started on it, you could throw me some ideas, and I'm sure I'm always glad to have anybody's ideas. Even if I don't use them, I still love to have your ideas and what you're thinking about in your mind on building something like this. So I'd like to tell everybody thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. And you know, if you know a little more about this thing than I do, hey, shoot me a comment. I'd love to hear it.